Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We're here for the preview for Arsenal versus Everton at the Emirates Stadium after a really dramatic and traumatic week around the world of football. I've got Everton Rose as a special guest on for this preview. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay, thank you. Thanks for inviting me on.
No, it's no worries. Absolute pleasure to have you here for this. So, yeah, obviously a very turbulent week in the world of football. Not mention us being one of the main instigators behind it. We do apologise. It's not my fault. But yeah, I wanted to, obviously first the European Super League and all the drama around that. How from a probably sort of an outsider's point of view, being supporting Everton. What did you? How did you find it all? And what was your response to it?
Not really surprising. It's been it's been rumored to want to happen since the 90s, really, since Sky Sports took over and everything. Um, my issue mainly was with the timing. I think the timing was really bizarre. You've got, was it three or four of those clubs in European competitions, and then they announced that they wanted to break away. You know, I know there's never going to be a perfect time for it, but I think it's just money against money, isn't it? I think UEFA and the FA, well, UEFA and FIFA actually, aren't the most, they're corrupt, let's be honest. So for me, it was just money versus money. And from an outsider, like you say, I never see Everton signing up to anything like that. Like, even if we'd had an invite, it's getting to me that when we criticize it, people just say, oh, well, Everton weren't invited, so that's why you're upset. Um, that is just completely not true. I just think that when you look at now, we're building the new stadium, there's a complete regeneration going on at Goodison Park. When that goes, it's not, oh, we'll just sell it to the highest bidder and they can make flats there. Like, it's going to be a non-profit charity organization. So I just quite proud to be an Evertonian, really, because I just don't ever see us selling out like that. And when we do, I think a lot of fans will just be like, no. We may have the more global fans, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what your take was on it, but it's just football's just been about money for years, and it wasn't a surprise because last year it was Project Big Picture that got closed down. This year, Super League, it will happen. Like, I firmly believe it will, but I'm glad that it hasn't this time.
I mean, yeah, obviously, my reaction was just disbelief, despair. Probably what I come to expect from Arsenal for the last 10 years under this prick of an owner that we've got, Cronky. There's no other better way to describe him. And then obviously being the main instigators behind it. Not a surprise. It just made me just realise that's not the club I love no more. It really ain't. Even if I followed Arsenal on YouTube and did all this YouTube stuff and everything, if you put a watch along in front of FIFA F1, I'd go watch that. It's done for me now. I don't have that same love for the club that I did when I was 10 years old watching this last win a league title. So they would have it would take this owner to get lost. Apparently now they're saying they've got plans to stay. Well,
yeah.
We don't want you to stay. We've had enough now. If it doesn't wake us up after this, I don't know what will. I mean, Bargav, obviously as an Arsenal fan yourself, what did you come to feel over this?
Yeah, I mean, my opinions kind of resonate with the fans in the sense like the essence of the game would have been lost if that Super League went through, and that was my biggest thing with that. And obviously, like I think with the NBA, like I think a lot of the people were asking me about what do you think? What I thought about the Super League, and I said, in England you have all those like local communities that you don't have here in the States in that sense. Like everybody's like really close knit. Their local football club is pretty much their weekends. So I feel like the essence of the game would have been lost in England, and that's kind of why I was really against it. The money wise, the economics of it didn't also it also felt like a money grab in some ways. And yeah, for the most part, I think I was against it, and that was pretty much my viewpoint from the jump.
I mean, it's like there you saw with Everton, they're just the clubs. You see, like the clubs below the top six, you see them operating in a way that you would want a club to operate in, looking after the community. I mean, even Man City, for example, they put all that infrastructure in to improve the area, the community, the facilities, and everything like that, and then just to sell up and basically sell that all and forget about that and go towards a Super League. So that's just mind-boggling. It was me that saying it's more probably them looking at it, seeing all these American owners are going to do this, and we're like, oh, we can't be left out. No, we've got to be part of it. So, and because we're big enough, we can. So, but it's like the whole thing. We've got to protect ourselves. Okay, you're 800 million debt. Bury were in so many millions of debt. You didn't bail them out, and it took 3 million quid. You didn't bail them out. You let them go bust.
Well, this is the thing. It's I've seen like a fans of lower league clubs, and now, of course, I think the 14 teams of us that didn't do it now, we're saying, points deductions, put them down the league for next season. And
if we were docked 20 points, which means we get relegated. Sorry, if we got docked 20 points and got relegated, I couldn't care. I thought just deserves.
Yeah,
because maybe we'll get but then.
Yeah, because because I think it's because it's the quote big six that it won't happen. I just don't see the Premier League and the FA enforcing like that. But like you say, where were those fans for Leeds and for Bolton and for Bury and for Coventry and for Birmingham? Like they're just not there. Like the energy's not there. So for me, I just wanted to keep it like consistent. Of if that's going to happen, like that wasn't their fans' fault. The owners were milking took all the money and just ran, put it into administration, points deductions. But I don't see it personally. Now I think that would teach the clubs a lesson, like having a real fear that you're not going to get any Premier League money because you're going to start, like you say, 20-30 points below everybody else. But I just don't see that happening. So
I think obviously you mentioned about the new stadium in the community area that Everton are doing. Obviously there are plans for you to move to a new stadium. How is that going, and sort of where do you see Everton coming with that? And because obviously I haven't read much into it, so how are things going with that, and what do you expect, like when it'll be ready, and what you expect for the community going on from that for Everton's point of view?
Yeah, so it's going to put I think it was, getting the figure, maybe 1.5 billion into the local community and create 15,000 jobs, I think. And I think the area is in need of regeneration, so it's really good. And from a footballing perspective, 10,000 more seats, more revenue for the club. Looks fantastic, the new stadium, and it'll be ready in about 3 seasons. So a really positive time to be an Everton fan right now.
So how many seats would that be now in total?
55,000. So
wow.
The Goodison is around 40, or just under 40, I think, and then so, or maybe no, just above that. Maybe get that wrong, but I know it's 10,000 more seats than we have right now. So,
So, I mean, obviously, if we look at, I'm sure Bargav, you probably got a question. Do you want to go first? So,
yeah, I mean, I live in Orlando, so pretty much here, I've seen more people with Everton jerseys than than Arsenal jerseys. A big reason for that is the Colombian fans absolutely love the Colombian players of Everton. And they're really passionate fans too. So the biggest question is this year is because I remember the first game of the season, it was when you played Spurs. James Mania was in full session starting that game. How's he been this year, and what do you expect out of him in the coming years?
So I think it's been an inconsistent season. I think definitely improvement. Last year where we finished 12th, now we're 8th, and still fighting for Europe towards the end of the season is good for us. James Rodriguez is a joy to watch when he plays. However, we knew that going into it, a fit James Rodriguez is not going to come to Everton. So He didn't play at all last year for Real Madrid. He's been in and out, just niggling injuries. But like I said, when he does play, he's a level above everybody else. So, I really hope. There is talk about him maybe not being so settled and maybe wanting to go back to Spain in the summer. I think it would be such a shame if the fans don't get to see James Rodriguez live, in the stadium. I think that would be absolutely gutting. But on the other hand, we've got a good group of young core players, and I think it's a positive time to be an Everton fan when you've got the manager that we have, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin's been good, and there's definitely promising signs, but we need to strengthen this summer because, like a lot of Everton fans, I would say our first 11 is good, but when you look past that, is weak, and then it just all falls apart when you get a few injuries. And I agree with Peter there. I'm not sure if there are any plans about the safe standing, but it would be good.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to mention about Ancelotti yourself, because I remember when Arteta last season, when Arteta came in, it was literally at the same time you were getting Ancelotti. I think it was from Ronald Koeman, and obviously from an Arsenal perspective, when it happened, I was like, hang on, it's got to be the other way around, isn't it? Arteta's the Everton legend, right? And surely for a club like Arsenal, we should be getting someone like an Ancelotti, not someone who's completely not experienced enough. But then again, to be honest, someone who's not experienced should be getting someone like Everton either. They should be getting more sort of a championship sort of based club. But obviously, we went on to win an FA Cup, but unfortunately, that part of me feels like that's just papered a lot of cracks. What problems that are with this manager, and actually what we saw throughout the league towards the end of that season was that the league was not that good. So now is that we're now starting to see that, and we're in the Europa League semi-final, but going against Emery is like just don't know. I'm not even going to ask. But obviously with Ancelotti, you're fighting up there top four. The start of the season, you had a fantastic start to the season, as well as a good transfer window. So, what do you make of this season a whole under Ancelotti?
I think he's doing very well with this group of players. This is a mid-table team. He was taking a mid-table team and he's added a few. The likes of Ben Godfrey's been one of the standout players as well, from Norwich. And he can't, work miracles. I think something I've really liked is how he played against the quote top 6 Super League teams. I think we've given a really good account of ourselves against them. But I think it's there's a way to go, but it's good signs. And I wasn't expecting to finish in the top 4 really this season anyway. So we're about where I thought we should be, and I'm happy for the teams like West Ham, who have had just years of being 15th, 12th, 10th, and then now top 4. Lingard's in form, so it's something for Everton to build on next season, and we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. To be in general, I've been really sort of impressed with Everton this season. You start to see it as well as when you start seeing the likes of Calvert-Lewin in the England squad, and doing what he's doing in not just for yourselves, but doing in the England squad as well. James Rodriguez at one point was sort of looking a bit lost before he came to Everton. Now he's come to Everton, he sort of immediately found his feet, and it just, for me, that just shows what sort of great manager he is. He's won 3 Champions League titles, so he's got that experience there to know exactly what he needs, and you saw that in the transfer window, getting Godfrey, getting James Rodriguez, and knowing what that needed to strengthen the squad to be able to go and compete for top 4 or even compete for Europa League. And we're nowhere near that. I think, though, I say nowhere near it. We're probably now level on points or something. I can't remember. I've stopped looking at the table now these days.
I mean, I guess the question for me is like every year you guys seem to get better a little bit. I think last year your midfield wasn't as great, and you guys fixed that in the summer with Decore, Alan, and James coming in. What's the next step? What do you guys see? What are you guys looking for next year to build on top of that?
For me, it's a right back. I think Max Aarons, I think he'll come. I know that Norwich got promoted, but I think the lure of Everton and that's why for me we have to finish as high as we possibly can. If we can break into that top 7, you know, and get Europa League, then there's still an incentive for Aarons to come, because I don't think Norwich, you know, for Norwich, you know, it's going to be another relegation battle trying to stay in the Premier League. So there's a clear step up. Like if you move from Norwich to Everton, and the Godfrey link as well, I think will only help us. For me, it's still the midfield. Like Alan's been in and out. Rodriguez has been in and out. Decore broke his foot. He's pretty much out for the season now. So the players we brought in were good, but for me, we still need a winger, a right back, and probably another midfielder. I think those 3 positions. I'll be happy if we sign 3 quality players. I don't want us to go out and get 6 or 7 that are then stuck on the wage bill, because I think the outgoings are really important. Like we just have so many players at the squad that I think are not good enough to get us into the top 6, but we're paying them like 40, 50 grand a week. So there was a lot of mismanagement before Ancelotti and Brands, and I think that needs, like, it's more about the players we get rid of as well. A player like Iwobi, I'm not sold. Like he's 1 good game in 10, if that, and we're paying him something like 70 grand a week. Like you can't have that in a squad when you're trying to bring other players in, because they'll want that and they may not earn it. Like they might not be worth it. So yeah, there's a lot of that. So yeah.
To be honest, I mean, sort of that reminds me of how sort of good sort of maybe Emery was in a sense, is that we got 5th that season. We should have got 3rd. We lost the Europa League final, and yet to be fair to Iwobi, and here's the thing I always have with him, and some of the abuse. I mean, I remember being in the stadium during that season. Some of the abuse he got on the pitch was vile, absolutely vile and disgusting. And I only wish I was stronger to be able to deal with it myself. But obviously, being ill as I am, I couldn't go up and sort of fun it out. But I'd love to. But it's just, some of the abuse was just wrong, and it's just. You never saw a lack of work rate. The work rate was always there. He was always trying his best to do what he can. It's just for me, that final product, putting that ball in the box, being able to maybe cut in and take a shot, it just wasn't there. I mean,
the final
but
third.
You saw the work rate. But you saw the work rate there, and when he does get it right, you see the goal against. Like in the Europa League final, he was like literally the only player that was trying, and he came on. He had to come on the pitch. So, whether you compare that to like Mesut Ozil, for example, he was just trudging down into and just, I'm not bothered. Like, I don't care. Well, I'll get 350 grand away on a vacation, so I'm not bothered. And that's sort of the difference for me. So, but you're never going to get that final product. But I do rate the fact he's been a sort of a conventional left back. I've seen at times a conventional wing back for you guys. Is that correct?
Yeah. In a couple, he was all right actually. Yeah, in those games.
Maybe we should have done that instead.
Yeah, so he's got all the talent, but it's the finishing and the assist. Like it's just not there. So yeah, I do think.
What formation have you guys played majority of the year?
Loads. I mean, so last game 4-4-2. Yes. I think at Chelsea we maybe tried to play 5-3-2. We lost and the 4-2-3-1 as well. Like we play all of them. Like I think because of injuries and stuff, I think Ancelotti has to try and adapt. Like on when we had Calvert-Lewin out against Tottenham, we had kind of Rodriguez and Richarlison playing as kind of like a front two, and it actually worked. Like for some reason, like it was a good outlet to have. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to head off in a couple of minutes. So really sorry. Should we? I'm on another Arsenal podcast actually. So
can you? I guess can you
Right.
quickly give us like a prediction for the game and just where do you think like the game's gonna be won? Go with that.
Well, we haven't beaten you since like 1996 away from home. So it has to end at some point. I mean, we hadn't beaten Liverpool since 1999, Spurs since 2012. We've done that. So hopefully this is a season where you guys, I think, have Tierney, Aubameyang, Lacazette all out in an already like poorly performing Arsenal team. Yeah. And so I think we've got the likes of who have we got back? We've got Mina back, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back, Rodriguez will be fit. The only two players I think we've got out now is Decore and Gabaman. So I think we can manage without them too. But in the last game against Spurs, we didn't have anybody. Like we had no Mina, no Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and we still drew and probably should have won. Like we just gave them 2 goals. So if our defense sorts itself out, I'm actually quite quietly, confident that this could be the year that we finally end that horrible run, because your home form has been poor. Our away form has been quite good. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Everton actually for my prediction.
Yeah, just how are you going through? Like we've got Rodriguez back, we've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin back, and I'm sitting at oh my god, oh my god. I think the only thing we're saying is like the Cure's out, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to help.
I do think it's your best shot though. Best shot of beating us. It's your best shot this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think it was their best shot, and I do feel that they got every opportunity. Definitely, especially with the way we're playing. I mean, Fulham, like
I watched that game actually. Yeah.
And then what's worse is our fans then go and like celebrate like they've won a game, and I'm like, we just drew against Fulham.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway,
it doesn't make sense.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. I think
yes.
Definitely your best chance of winning this year. I hope it doesn't happen though. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going 2-1 the other way.
Just want to quickly shout out your channel to everyone before you go.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I say that, but I'm still conscious that you have players like Martinelli and Saka who are players to look out for. They can definitely hurt us. I just think, without the other 3 I've mentioned, I'm quite hopeful. Hopefully, let's see. So I'm Rose, and I'm an Everton fan. The channel's Everton Rose. If you search it will come up. You can find me on Twitter as well at Everton Rose YT, and on Instagram it's Everton__Rose. So pretty simple. But thank you so much for having me on to talk about Everton.
Thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the season after tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, good luck, and hopefully we can work together at some point later on, maybe at some time.
Definitely. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yes. That makes me feel even worse now. The fact they got Rodriguez and the fact we're going back.
I know, but I mean, you know what? I will say this. I mean, because
how do you feel? I mean, as an Arsenal fan, how do you feel?
It's the same thing. I mean, she's kind of spot on. It's their best chance of winning, just for the simple reason is our midfield's not that great this year, and a lot of our wingers are really, really good. So we do have a shot. We do have a shot in every game. But because our midfield isn't as strong this year, and I just see that it's gonna be a kind of like an even game this year, and they're really gonna be on top of us tomorrow. So but I still think we have enough quality to pull off a 2-1 victory.
I'm just gonna ask: does anyone think this is better for watch-alongs and stuff? Does anyone think this is better? Just asking. This is how Monster does it, by the way. I was just asking. Did people think this is better or something? Because it's something I might try. I don't know you, but what do you think, Buggav?
Actually, it could work actually, but I think the other way is better when everyone's like equal. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but for previews and stuff. But I was like watch-alongs and stuff.
What's your prediction anyway?
My prediction. My prediction. 1-1 draw. If I'm being
draw.
optimistic. Today, to be fair, we've had a game at the Emirates where they were end to end all game. We
Yeah.
drew 0-0. It was an awesome game. I think it was Wenger's last season, I think. We're playing Martinez's Everton side. That was a really, really, really good game. Martinelli's been playing well. He's getting off this bench this week. Are you heading down to... I live in Suffolk.
Yeah,
Norfolk.
I forgot about that actually. Like I heard there was like a big protest.
Yeah, there's a big...
I'm sorry, I can't be there.
Whoa. There's a big protest on Friday at 6 p.m, 2 hours before the game at the Emirates Stadium. We won't be going because he lives in Florida. I'm too ill and I'm still shielding, so I haven't even had my second dose yet. All right, so I can't physically go to anything like that. I'll be just compromised. But we will be doing our own protest. This channel's doing its own protest and doing whatever it can to get this parasite out of this club. I don't care if I'm only 900 subscribers. This channel is going to work to try and get this prick out of here. You don't deserve to be here no more, right? You don't care about charity. You don't care about anything, right? So get out of here. Go.
I will say it is really amazing to watch all you guys do the protests. I saw the one with Monstar and when they went to Stamford Bridge, Stamford Bridge for the march. I also think there was like another one, wasn't there? Like where Man United fans went into the stadium. So I mean, it's kind of cool actually. It's kind of cool that the support that people are showing. I would say this,
traveling all the way down all over the country that support Arsenal, and it's just I think to be there. So that's how much he's pissed us off. He needs to go. If this is not a wake up call, then I'm sorry, you're gonna have the Super League in about 2-3 years' time. If you don't do it now, right, he will be here and get the Super League in 2 or 3 years' time because he says he's planning to stay. That basically tells us he is still planning to get that through the door. Perez has already come out and said this thing ain't dead.
You want to take a couple?
It ain't gonna go away.
Do you want to take a couple more of the comments, or like, do you want to?
Yeah, Conky out. I didn't go to the Stamford Bridge game. I live an hour and a half away. We all want to do Usman off anyway. No, not this. Don't care. Businessman. Just gonna look back, see if any other comments. Questions. Just gonna look at the. I don't see any questions. I don't see any more questions. Nope. Yeah, we only have seen stage 1, stage 2 still. Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, so go with lineups. Who would you start with?
Tomorrow. Leno in goal. I'll probably start Bellerin. He's out the door anyway, so I mean, might as well. Left back, probably gonna go with like Cedric. I'd like to see Cedric there. Mari and Holding. Xhaka and Partey. Saka, Pepe, and is Alba back? Is Aubameyang back?
Alba's back. No, he's not. He's not fully fit. He's not even returned back to training yet.
So who's gonna start tomorrow? Nketiah?
Probably.
Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty much it then. All right.
Oh yes. Whoa. Hold the phone, everyone. Hold the phone.
Breaking news.
Hold the phone. I'm not breaking news. Right. I've got something that I want to show you guys. Just let me get into the studio.
One thing I want to say is prayers for Mel. Her dad had to go to the hospital today,
praise,
so
prayers
to Mel for that.
Prayers to Miss Mel. Her dad's had to go into hospital, and we follow supportly, absolutely. So you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Watch this. Right, here we go, guys. We are protesting.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That, as always.
Beautiful. I put the link in the description. If you guys want to come on and have your say, do it now before we shut the lines and go from here.
And thanks for everyone for watching.
But thanks for everyone for watching as well. So big up. Sorry we couldn't have Everton Rose on for longer. Her work, obviously, it would have been 6 o'clock, but unfortunately it had to be 7. But yeah, you can't help it. Right, but yeah, like I said, this is us doing our protest. We are not having this parasite anymore at this club. Right, simple as that. Romap FC, Leno, Chambers, Holding, Murray, Cedric, Saka, Xhaka, Pepe, Martinelli, Balogun. I would pick Ryan. I would pick Chambers, Holding, Murray. Then I'd put Xhaka. Xhaka. Then I'd put Elneny Ceballos. Because I don't care about this game. Then I'd pick. Who would I pick? I'd pick Pepe on the right. No, Pepe on the left. Willian on the right. Odegaard should be back. So Odegaard in the middle, and Balogun up front. And that way we've rested Martinelli. All the big Saka, the big Smith Rowe, the big names. So yeah, if that doesn't beat them, I don't know what will. I don't know if that doesn't rest the players we need for the semi-final. Because to be honest, we're not getting anything out of the Premier League this season. So best chance is to fuck this and focus on the Europa League, because that's the only way we're going to get anything. He's put all his eggs in one basket now. That's his doing. So he's got to do it. Not half in, half out. You're going to rest your players, rest them. But yeah, there we go. If no one's coming on, we are going to wrap this up then. We're going to wrap this up because I got another stream at 8 o'clock. Right, we are going to be back at 8. We'll be covering most of the Euro games. We'll make that decision probably. Actually, we'll probably do most of the games. We'll see. But Billy, that's when he's not got to jump on. Can't have this unprofessionalism here.
Evening, Stephen. How are you?
Not bad. How are you? How do you like our new protest banner?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Who did it?
What do you want to say, mate?
Yeah, well, the game doesn't really mean much, does it? Really?
Yeah.
Are we really like going into it with much excitement, or like it's a bit of a dead game?
I mean, if the young players play, like I'll be more excited. I just really want to see what Balogun has. That would be like I'd like Martinelli to get a game. Mm-hmm. I just want I really want to see our other players. I want to see them.
I'd rather Martinelli get in the most important game of all, which is the Europa League.
Yeah, that is the thing.
That's where we need him.
I
Right?
Stephen, would you have Willian playing against Everton if it meant that Martinelli could play against Villarreal on Thursday?
Absolutely.
You wouldn't mind seeing Willian
No.
on Friday then tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, I the same with me, but my front three would be Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Balogun. I don't know about yours.
Maybe the kids don't. He's
So
not that bad.
I think that same account did the same comment. I went on League Gun.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, it's like I said, I wouldn't go. I would try and avoid. Maybe
Yeah.
I'd have to play Pepe on the left probably because it's about as much as we got. Willian on the right, Smith Rowe in the middle, Balogun up front. You've got a bit of pace there. All right, I've got the greatest pace in the world, but
Yeah, no.
look, it's like
Roadmap in the comment actually made a really good point. I wouldn't mind seeing Reece Nelson actually. I would. I don't know about you.
Oh, Reece Nelson, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
I actually think he's really underrated by most of our fan base, and I know he hasn't proved much yet, but I can see a player.
Yeah, that's the thing. He has. Yeah, I would. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad shout. Actually, one I think.
I would have him on the right.
Willian on the left. Put Willian on the left. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, put Willian on the left, Odegaard in the middle, and Balogun up front.
No, so Stephen, I would have Nelson on the. I'd have Nelson on the right, and then I'd have Pepe on the left, and then I'd save Martinelli for Villarreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you put in the middle?
Smith Rowe.
Like behind the striker.
Yeah, Smith Rowe. I don't think Odegaard's fit yet.
You won't want to say Smith Rowe to maybe play on the left.
No, I think he could do both. I think
Where would you play Martinelli in the Europa League game? No,
on the left.
You wouldn't play him up front.
Oh, good shout actually.
So we got no striker. Put him on the left. Put Saka on the right. Put Martinelli up front. Put Pepe on the left. Put Saka on the right. Put Smith Rowe in the middle.
Yeah, I would do that.
God, I'm a fucking genius. Give me the job.
We don't have as many options anymore now, do we? Without Aubameyang, Alaka.
Yeah. Oh, God. Just some idiot. There you go. Cheers, lad. Shoot off. Big up. We're gonna have to wrap it up there anyway. So
actually, Billy, leave us with your prediction for the game.
Yeah, leave us the prediction before we go.
Why not? 2-0 Arsenal. Why not?
Thoughts go out.
What's yours?
Yes, thoughts.
Tim Golding, I think you might have missed him actually. I think he was here 2 days ago.
Yeah, for about 2 seconds. But yeah, my what's your I can't remember. What was your scoreline going to be, Bargav?
I said 2-1. I stick with 2-1. Arsenal.
So I'm going 1-1.
I said Willian gets an assist tomorrow.
Billy's going with
2-0.
2-0.
And most importantly, I second this. Like my thoughts go out to Melina today.
Yeah, thoughts go out to Melina and Father.
She actually set the show up too. So thank you.
Yeah, you forgot to thank her. I've put everyone that's working with us so far at the bottom of the description. So big up to everyone it is. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's tuned in as usual. I'll be back at 8 o'clock with the F1 show. I'll be back for the F1 stuff. We are looking at F1's perfect formula, which is F1's greatest ever racing machines, and we are covering the 1988 MP44, which was designed by McLaren and one of the probably the most dominant cars of F1 history. I did put the link in the chat, Luca. But yeah, we can discuss about what we need to discuss about afterwards, mate. So yeah, once we finished, I'll send the link. But anyway,
Cheers,
everyone,
lads.
stay safe. No worries, mate. Stay safe.
Stay well.
Stay well, everyone. And we'll be back at 8. Take care.